What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Appreciate you guys waiting around for me. Honestly, dare I say I missed you guys? Nah, that's crazy. Nah, like, it's good to be back. I'm ready to kill this week, honestly, guys. Last week was a bummer. We'll kind of go into it right now. Not a bummer in the way you think it would be. Like, the markets were fairly good, but it's my B-Day today. Let's go, bro. Happy birthday. How old are you? Or how young are you, shall I say? But again, markets were pretty good last week. Honestly, we couldn't have asked for really much anything else. The one thing was there was one mistake that led us to missing out on a massive trade that would have entirely eaten up all the rest of the losses that again came with it and more. Again, we had this amazing DAX trade up here that, guys, we were ready to hold, and again we got wicked out barely in price, just melted. We would have at least caught at least a 1 to 5, maybe even more than that if we would have just trailed stop and ran. Again, price just dumped, and that's what I expected it to do. And again, we weren't able to catch that because we got wicked out. It's totally fine. It happened. There was another trade that, again, there was one trade that I really couldn't again be mad about other than this. But guys, I still can't be mad about this. Price again went to show on basically every trade that, okay, my overall price was right, but there was those little things that kind of held us out. Maybe it was going for a higher R. Again, you guys know with the account flip, we are trading a little bit different when it comes to risk management and account management or trade management. But that's no excuse. Again, we still had a tight stop loss, but now, again, we'll see what happens coming to this week. I'm kind of liking the markets, kind of not. Again, guys, it's Sunday going into Monday. We're going to take it slow. We always take it slow. But last week, we actually caught a really nice trade going Sunday into Monday. So we'll see what happens. What's up, Ahmad? But again, I'm thinking buys could be a possibility. You guys know DAX has been selling off. There was multiple opportunities last week, but we've come into an area of discount pricing. Not only that, we have now filled in these gaps, or at least just from what I can see. Maybe there's a small gap down here still that price could come and fill. But I think if price were to open bullish at the open, we could see price run up. And if we were to enter, again, we'd be at break even at these highs here. Honestly, before these highs, and the reason I say that is because if we look at this high, we're dealing with an hour gap here where we could just come up, fill that gap, and run back down. So if we were to enter these buys, I would be at break even here, and I do think price should at least hit that area. And from there, we're kind of just hoping volume continues to push price in our direction, and we can capitalize on that 1-to-1, maybe even more, because we could expect price to run up and fill these gaps, right? We are pretty oversold. I can expect that. We could. Honestly, I could have asked for a better area to enter off of. I'm hoping price comes up, rejects this. But again, it's still a decent area, so I'm not complaining. Higher time frames still look way better on DAX than it does on UK 100, but lower time frames look better on UK 100. Let's go over it. So UK 100, again, we've previously been bearish on the higher time frames. Again, we could continue to run lower. We haven't filled in, or we haven't fully facilitated this pullback. There's still a gap here. We could continue coming down, but that's not to say that price can't momentarily push bullish to take liquidity before coming down. But again, guys, higher time frames don't look as good on UK 100 as they do on DAX. But if we do get that bullish push, we could end up entering, and just like UK or just like DAX, we'd probably end up being at break even at this high, just to ensure that if price were just to take this liquidity and run off, we'd kind of be playing it a little bit safer. And at that point, price should end up just kind of pushing into our 1-to-1, perfect 1-to-1 into Asia highs. That's why I like it. So we'll see what happens. Not only that, we did sweep these lows, which is, again, beautiful textbook. That's what I like to see. Unlike DAX, where, I mean, yeah, we did sweep lows, but we're kind of far pushed off from that. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we get into trades. We get into trades. Again, it's an account flip. We're really willing to do balls to the wall. The only thing that can hurt us on an account flip is a losing streak, truly. But that's where, again, if you guys are on a regular account, funded account, just have good risk. I think this week will be killer. Again, I'm just going to shoot. If I see my setup, I'm going to shoot. But come here with your own setup. Like Jocko, every single day comes in here with his own setup. But again, if he agrees with me, he agrees with me. We shoot together. If he doesn't, he'll shoot his own direction. But tell me what you guys think. What do you guys think? Do you guys think buys or sells? Buys or sells? Because in both situations, we are looking at buys. So you can hear my cat. You can hear my cat. What's up, Mally? DAX buys. Yeah, DAX buys are looking decent, man. I can't lie to you. I think I'm willing to shoot. It's just my one thing is we could end up getting taken out at break even. And that's fine. Again, it'll be further data going forward. But you guys know what happened on Friday where we entered UK 100 buys, which looked very good. But you look at the hourly, and this is where I should have been out of break even, and I truly take the full accountability for this. We still were able to exit early and thankfully minimize our stop. But if you guys see on the hourly, when price started coming up into our profits, we came in, filled this gap on the hourly, rejected it perfectly, and just continued to melt. And yes, we had a strong overall higher time frame bias for price to melt, but I was expecting price just to have those momentary or that short-term push into those highs. But again, it's kind of same situation on DAX where I'm willing to play it safe. If data goes to show something else, again, I'm just going to continue to stack data until I can see what's worth it. Do I continue to go to break even at these areas where the hourly is filling in these gaps, or more likely than not, price just runs through those? We'll end up seeing. Again, data goes to show. Where are my chatters at? Where's Cartoony? Where's Top Songs? Everybody misses a Monday. Everybody's lazy on a Monday. But actually, guys, we have some time, so let's go into Forex, guys. GJ last week, I did get in a trade. So I actually got out at break even right before markets closed. I got into these sells, and again, if I would have stayed in, price obviously is, I'm pretty sure, gonna hit my TP, but I just wasn't really willing to hold through the weekend. Anything could happen through the weekend. You just don't know. And again, got out break even. I can't be mad because I caught a Euro USD trade prior to this, so I was already up on the week when it comes to Forex. But as you can see, price is now continuing to run down, and I expected price to run down. So going into the week, now that I know that price is continuing that bearish move or that internal bearish structure, I can expect price to at least come down into this area. Again, we have equilibrium down here. So going forward, I could be looking for further possible sales. What I'd be looking for is maybe this hourly candle to possibly sell if price were to then retrace. But I want to see candle closure, and again, we already have the built-up liquidity to possibly see entry. All right, so I could see myself entering GJ sells again, but we'll see. Euro USD though, same thing, sells. One thing I don't like is we were continuing to just sweep buy side liquidity, which I don't like, and I may end up removing limits because I have limits set here. I'll end up setting limits on GJ soon once that closure happens and we get that, again, confirmation that price did break and make new lows. Here, again, it's a little bit iffy. We're getting a little bit closer to equilibrium. I do think price is bound to sell a little bit further. We have a lot of, again, inefficient price sitting down here, and we could pull far into discount. So I think if I could get entry, I'm going to continue to shoot. Again, I caught these Euro USD sells early into last week, real quick, in and out, 1 to 2. But price continued to range, made new lows, and then now we can look to continue to capitalize on this move. So Forex is looking a little bit better, guys. For the last 2 months, it was looking chopped. Chop, chop, chop. DAX sells shoot, possibly. If you want to take DAX sells, by all means, go for it. Again, that's why I tell you guys, come here with your own setup. I mean, your own system. I think buys, just because we're super oversold, that does not mean price has to buy up. But just looking at the data, I do think price could end up seeing that bottom wick be created. We do have this gap still sitting down here. So yes, price could continue to sell. But if we get that bullish open, I could end up hopping in here. And I do think price is bound to at least push into this area where we can move to break even. And then from there, price, if its objective is to, again, facilitate a pullback or to come into and fill this inefficient price, again, we'll win. But if not, we'll be at least break even. And again, that's fine with me. Same thing with UK 100, except for higher time frames. Higher time frames are a little bit different, but again, we just swept Tokyo lows. If we do get that bullish open, I can, I guess, suggest or theorize that price should come up, take these highs, we can move to break even. And if price, again, its objective is to take Asia highs, be another winner. What's up, Harte? I'm good, bro. How are you? I'm great. I'm great, actually. How are you guys? You guys better say you're great. We'll see. We'll see. We have 5 minutes. So, see what this candle does. As of right now, actually, price now our stops could be here. And this is what I was talking about last week. So last week we did move our stops, but when we moved our stops, we didn't create a structural low like this. We just kind of came up and every candle kind of filled its gap in on the way up, and I moved according to that. But I really should have just waited for a structural low to be made, and that's really when I can move it because I know I'm playing in this range now, right? If price were to break higher. Looking good here, guys. I like this. I like this. See what happens. UK 100s showing signs of bullish. We'll see. We'll see. Again, this is looking decently textbook. Not opposed to it, guys. Damn, I forgot to close my window. That's fucked. Bank of Japan finishes off owning bank stocks, bringing focus to the TS headline, and strength looks good. Okay, okay. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. All right, guys, let's see what happens. Again, I'm willing to shoot. We're flipping an account. Go big, go home. I could really care less. Let's see what happens. Again, be ready to move to break even because if price just shoots these certain areas, I'm going to break even instantly. Come on, price, don't shoot up yet. Don't want to see UK 100 shoot up yet, guys. Yeah, not yet, not yet, not yet. I'm in. I shot. I'm at break even already. I'm at break even. I'm at break even on UK 100. I'm still shooting for DAX. We'll see what happens. UK 100 might run. That's fine. That's fine. But I had a limit set, entered me in. I'm at break even. You should already be at break even now. We have break even point. It may run. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine by me. Price entered me in super fast. I told you guys to be ready. Either way, price hit our break even point and price could just dump here. But I think price overall objective should take these. And again, that would suck. But it is what it is. We have to play how it is. I granted did not want price to shoot up beforehand, but that's fine. One thing is now too is with DAX is I'm willing to shoot, but at the same time, I almost don't want to. The reason is because we're taking liquidity on UK100 and we could really see different reaction now. I may just have to walk away for the day, guys. Or should we shoot? The one thing is I've seen UK100 multiple times take a super strong area of liquidity, use that, and it'll flip, and that'll cause DAX to have a reaction. Guys, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? UK100 was the move, guys. I was out of break even though. Again, out of fall rules. Again, I did shoot beforehand, and I have done that before. What's up, Cartoony? My one thing is, yes, I do think price can come up a little bit on DAX. Should we shoot, guys? I'm not in, but should we shoot? But we're really going to have to hope for UK100 to continue to run here. That's really what we're looking for. I just don't like the volume. I'm in. Fuck it. I'm not in yet. Not in yet. Sorry. But fuck it. Let's shoot, guys. We're account flipping. Again, if you don't want to enter with me, by all means, again, it's a riskier trade, guys, because we are coming into Asia highs on UK100, sweeping those. I'm really still contemplating removing limits. I really am. I really am. Nah. All right, guys. Nah. I'm contemplating it too much. I remove limits. We'll watch price. If price runs, that's fine. I can't get mad. Ultimately, we had our winning setup today. I was at our break even. Price is just running. But next, if you win a trade, push it on stream because you feel cold. Fuck you. Guys, UK100 was the winner, and honestly, this sucks. But I was at our break even. Price bought up unexpectedly before open. I had limits set. Price obviously continued to run. If you're able to catch that 101, beautiful. But, and I told you, price could run here. But again, at that point where I told myself I'd be at break even, I know I set up here, but again, we filled a gap here. This is where I had a feeling price was going to come back. Again, right at open, we came back, and then we just had that bullish open. So can't do much about that. Let's watch DAX. Let's see what happens if, again, you guys want to enter. I'm not entering here. I'd rather save capital going into the rest of the week because, again, we had our winning trade. I'm not going to shoot because if this is a losing trade, we're taking unnecessary losses at that point, especially knowing that I already know once UK100, and I've seen it multiple times, takes these areas of liquidity, we'll have a massive reaction. We'll have that pullback, and DAX will react in the same manner typically. And you really won't have as much volume, or you won't see that full push happen on DAX when you want it, or as fast as you want it to, or if it even happens. So again, we've stuttered this whole time at this area. I'm not entering, guys. By all means, go for it. Beautiful trade here. Beautiful trade. But again, this is trading at the end of the day. At a break even, have to watch a winner win. But this just gains us confidence, and again, ends the losing streak. We could say that because I did make a little bit on it. It was a little bit out before break even, but it was like basically break even. Guys, this is nobody. People are here. There's not as many people here when we come off of a losing streak, even though it was like 2 losses, and we're already back on a win. You had already made back at least one of those, probably more if you were holding. Again, I know I was at break even. I'm fine with that. But ultimately, you guys should have your own plan. And if you take the same trade, I was at a break even within that. You guys may have not even been able to fucking go to break even by the time price was up and down. So, but watch. There'll be more people tomorrow because they'll see I won. It's, it's crazy, huh? What's up, Rice Ninja? Give me a second. Perfect. Whoa. Price is just running. Oh my gosh. What's Dax doing? Dax is just, guys, yeah. It's just not worth the enter for me. Like, it's just going slow. UQ 100 was the move, guys. It was simple as that. One and done. It's not always going to be 2 moves. Check out S&P. What is it, SPX? I don't even know what to do here. I would expect buys. It's pretty oversold, but again, price can do whatever it wants. And again, guys, if you guys didn't hear the bias in UQ 100 is, I told you higher time frame didn't look as good, but with lower time frames looking good, higher time frames didn't necessarily matter. Again, we're looking for these short-term moves. We don't necessarily need higher time frames to line up. When they do, yes, it's a lot better, and we can look for a lot bigger moves. But in cases like this, in and out, simple. Again, if we swept the lows, if price were to break a certain area, or let's say of resistance at open, showing that is bullish with volume, we can expect price to move into the next area of liquidity, which would be Asia highs. Again, this would be liquidity too, and that's why, again, that says break even at this point, because you want to just kind of ensure that you're playing it safe. But again, even if you were at break even here, price just ran, and you could have moved to break even, and you could have just trailed stops. Stops could be here, and you could just running up fucking. Again, that should have been us right now, but we're at a break even. I didn't anticipate for price to open, or at least not necessarily open, to have that much volume a couple seconds before open. Again, we've seen it happen before, but we were just so far away. I set limits, and again, price entered me in. That's fine. I instantly moved to break even. Again, that's fine. Why? Because we came to a point where break even was valid, and we got taken out at break even. It sucks. It sucks. And again, going into next week, this could play a big role, and this is where. Oh yeah, I'm running it back right now. Do you need me to run it back again? Let me know. Did you hear it? Again, the biggest thing was just the fact that we manipulated lows already. If price were to open bullish, we can expect price to run into the next area of liquidity, at least major liquidity, which would be Tokyo highs. Again, we're running a little bit further, so its objective could have been to maybe fill a gap, right? We have this gap on the 4-hour that you can see prices coming into, and that could have been another target for us. Again, like I said, I did get out at break even, and that's fine. Again, got to follow the rules, but going forward, it's just going to be more data. What is this data going to say? Is if my bias is this strong in the sense of we've already taken liquidity below and we're opened bullish, or at least had this much bullish momentum going to the upside, again, I don't need to go to break even. I can expect price to run into the next major area of liquidity. But here's the thing, I could get further data going forward telling me, because again, price didn't have to run bullish here. You can clearly see what price did. After price entered me in off that limit, what did price do? Price respected this area like a motherfucker. Price could have done that, and if price there's nothing saying that open couldn't have opened bearish and just dumped. And that break even, guess what, would have saved us, right? So this is where, again, I'm not mad at the call that I made. Yes, it sucks because price did run, but that, again, at the end of the day, that's trading. And ultimately, we got some really good data, and we just need to get more data going forward to make sure that we're capitalizing, or not necessarily capitalizing on these moves, but capitalizing to their fullest extent, right? Being able to get as many profits as we possibly can. Because again, a lot of times we do catch these 101s, these 102s, sometimes rarely, but it's just Sunday. Yeah, guys, it's Sunday, guys. I didn't even expect to take a trade today. I'll tell you that right now. Didn't even expect to take a trade. And yes, price ran. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I can't be mad at this. But again, it's just data. It goes to show, okay, we had a strong bias. And then now going to higher time frames, I can see, why is price reacting in this way? Is it coming in to fill this gap? Look what it just did. It filled that gap perfectly. If price just creates a top wick and flip, okay, that tells me exactly what its overall higher time frame objectives was. And going forward, I can put this in data to look out for that. And again, if I see that in the future, I can use that as a confluence. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense? Makes sense? Valid breakdown or what? Y'all better fucking say yeah. It's hot as fucking here. Can't lie. But in all seriousness, great trade. I can't be mad. Hope you guys caught it. Jocko, did you catch it? Did you take it? I don't know. It was super fast, guys. Again, price did break pre-open, and we don't usually like seeing that. I usually don't enter on that. Had a limit. It happens. Again, either way, I may have entered even if I didn't have a limit because price just looks so good. And being that we had such a good textbook setup, we can only expect price to do what it always does, and that's run into its next area of liquidity. Again, liquidity is key. I'm in DAX. It's trendline breakout. Fire. Again, oh shit, you're still in DAX? Fire. Let me know how much you make, Jocko. Yeah. Oh, DAX is flying now? Oh, fuck. Yeah, guys. I totally forgot about DAX. But again, I'm fine not entering this. I'd be at break even at this point already. Why would I be at break even, guys? Again, look at the hourly. Hourly just came up, filled this gap perfectly. Now that we filled this gap, price could just end up running back down. But again, price is oversold. So break even could end up fucking you over. It could end up saving you. Again, this is where you need to be doing your own trading, your own journaling, getting your own data, because you need to be able to find out if it's worth it or not to go to break even at these certain points. For me, it is. It saved me more than not. But going forward, if data changes that, I can always refine and change my system again. It happens. It happens. That's where data and journaling is so key. You have to be able to, you have to be on your 10 toes. You have to be ready to make a switch if necessary. Right? So personally, I'd be at break even already, but price could end up coming down, filling this gap, and then running higher. That could be a really big possibility. So don't necessarily follow my advice. If you have your own plan, stick with it. Shoot. Again, I'm not always right. And again, if you're right, I'm always willing to take different perspectives in. Last 200 on London Open. What did you take, mate? What'd you take, bro? Bro, I saw you and Luca. Who could? You are not that cartoony. Fuck yourself. You walk by or what? I did see this like one homeless dude walk by, bro. He was pushing a cart. Wouldn't doubt it was you, gangster. Stalking us and shit. Or trying to have a good time. Beautiful setup, guys. I can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. We'll kick ass New York record. Guys, I've been thinking for some reason just setting an alarm, waking up at New York Open and seeing if I can like run up an account and then just like record a video for you guys. I'm not gonna go live for it. Fuck no. Cause I'm gonna be in bed on my MacBook. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna trade New York. Turn it around for the week. I'm confident. Fire. Guys, if you're in UK 100, you should be either scaling out now or entirely out. Again, we're getting a pretty nasty topic. We could see price end up retracing, even if it's momentarily, just to kind of fill in the gaps that was created. So let's see what would happen if we did get in this trade. Again, we'd be running in profits right now, definitely. But at this point, we'd be hoping that price just pushed from here because we'd be sitting at a break-even point. You're out on DAX. Okay. Okay. Again, price could continue to run, guys. But overall, we are still within bearish structure. Keep that in mind. And two, we're not looking at a lot of volume. We like to see a lot of volume because it shows that price is going to, or is looking to push that direction, at least more than not, right? Especially when you see these good filled volume candles. But this is not a good sign. Okay, we're rejecting that gap perfectly. We don't want to see that. If you were in buys, but that's not to say that price can't buy up, right? But again, price buys up, price sells down. If you didn't take this trade, if you did take this trade, put it into your journal, track it, get data from it. Again, you can get data from any singular trade. Again, you want to be basing it off your system for sure, because not all data is good data, but most data is good data. Because again, price could flip here and continue to sell off, and you could have saved yourself from a loss. Or price could come down. Like I said, price could just fill these gaps, and then price could run higher. And again, that data could end up helping you with further data, make the switch if it makes sense to make the switch to where, again, you're not necessarily moving to break even because you're more likely than not price is bound to run to your area. But you'll see. Should have been looking at gold. What does gold do? Let's see what Euro USD is doing. Pushing up, okay. Gold buys pre-market weren't bad. Can't lie, honestly. Gold buys are actually fire, guys. You really could have taken these. Structural low. You could be targeting this. I do think price is coming down to fill these gaps, but I do think price should come and take this liquidity. Again, we haven't taken any liquidity yet, so I do think price could come higher. But this is all-time highs too, is it not? Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Scratch that. So, yeah, price could come higher. Would we been out break even? Not yet. Yeah, I do think gold could sell here. Again, we have all this inefficient price here. All these gaps are made at the opening candles or at least pre-market. And again, price is most likely bound to come down, fill that in, and could run higher, or it could continue to sell. Again, there's nothing saying it has to run higher, but just based off price action, just based off how I trade and understanding liquidity, price is bound to take an area of liquidity. I do think price is still going to come up and take the sell side liquidity. I really do. So we'll see what happens on gold, though. It is gold. Gold has a mind of its own. So yo, what's popping? It's hot as hell in here, dude. XRP's flying, Bitcoin's flying. Guys, we would have been out of break even. So yeah, I'm not mad I didn't take that. It would have been out break even either way. It would have been 2 break even trades. But guys, I mean, we could end up running this up still. I still got some work to do. I'm gonna go make a breakdown video again. If you guys don't know, I do have a free Discord where closing shit. I do have a free Discord where I do post trade breakdowns on every single trade I take, even with Forex too. So go on in there. I'll post it. Give me a second. Again, it's free. There's almost like 400 people in there. Run me up to 400 people in there. Again, feel free to ask questions all the time. I'm always posting trade breakdowns. I'm going to post a weekly outlook this week for the 3 pairs I trade, which is GA, GJ, and EU, which again, I am looking at some cool stuff. So be prepared. I'm looking at 2 setups right now. I'm looking at Euro USD sells and GJ sells, which both are looking like A+ setups as of right now. But again, I keep you guys updated on everything. With that being said, beautiful trade today. I cannot be mad at this. Again, we did get out at break even, but at the end of the day, I had to follow my setup or I had to follow my rules because you never know what's going to happen. Again, price had a crazy reaction and we got out at break even, and the price continued to open bullish. Nothing says that price couldn't have opened bearish. Again, we followed our setup, we executed confidently, can't be mad. At the end of the day, CJ, we'll do a giveaway maybe at the end of the week. At the end of the week, maybe. We'll see. If you guys run me up to 400 people in my community, maybe. With that being said, join my Discord. I posted a link in the chat. You guys are awesome. Again, be here every single day. I kid you guys not, because if you guys are here today and you capitalize on this full move, even if it wasn't this full move, you would have caught a 1 or 2 and made everything back from last week's losses. I know I got out of break even, but that doesn't mean you have to be out break even. If you're following me, then okay, we're at break even. But going back to what I said, be here every single day, because again, you never know what's going to happen. You never know where we're going to catch that 1 to 3, that 1 to 4, especially right now when we are looking for bigger trades. Usually we are 1-to-1 traders, but right now we are looking for a little bit bigger trades because of the account flip. guys, let's keep killing it. Again, you never know what's going to happen. I could win this entire week. So be here, because if you miss out on it and you come back next week, and my next week's a losing week, but this week covered all those losses, again, you guys are not going to be profitable. I will be. That's how the game works. Be consistent. Be here every single day. You guys are amazing. Seriously. Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It was a good stream, bro. Ahmad, thank you, bro. You're an amazing person. Appreciate the advice, Stack and Rex. I appreciate you, bro. And of course, again, that's what I'm here for, guys. Again, I'm doing this for me. Right now, we're doing an account flip for content. I can't lie. I could care less if I blow the $500. It's just $500. But again, I'm mostly here to guide you guys, give you advice, a second opinion, my analysis. I'm here for me. I trade myself. I trade for me. I don't trade for you guys. Other than we're doing account flips or content, or like, let's say we do a funded account passing thing, whatever. No glaze, bro. More 1 or 2 RR you can do, bro. Wait, what? I don't know what you mean, Cartoony. You're off black, apparently. All right, guys. That being said, I'm out of here. I've been ranting for too long. I gotta go do some work. It's hot as hell in here. I'm out of here. You guys are amazing. Later.